This is the solution video for Unit 7 review, problem number 28, part B. All right, so it says find g prime of x in terms of f of x. For each of g double prime of 4 and g double prime of 2, find the value or state that it does not exist. All right, so first of all, g prime of x. All right, so we're given g of x here, and so we need to use the second fundamental theorem of calculus, which says to take the derivative of this. Now, first of all, we've got this 2x. What's the derivative of 2x? Well, that's just 2. Plus, now, how do we find the derivative of this? We use the second fundamental theorem of calculus, which says to take this part, put it in for t, and then multiply by the derivative of x. Well, in this case, it would just be f of x times the derivative of x, which is 1. And so for part B, g prime of x is very simple, 2 plus f of x. All right, now that one should be relatively easy. All right, now the next part says for each of g double prime of 4 and g double prime of 2, find the value or state that it does not exist. All right, so let's start with g double prime of 4. All right, so g double prime. Well, if this is a graph of f, but f is 2 plus, f is, I apologize, g prime is 2 plus f. So basically, this graph is f, which is close to g prime. So we just have to actually shift this graph up 2, right? So g double prime of 4. Well, if I'm taking the derivative of 2 plus f, well, that would just be the derivative. So g double prime of x would be the derivative of 2, which is 0, plus the derivative of f, which is f prime. And so g double prime is really just the derivative of this graph, right? And so if I want to know g prime of g double prime of 4, I go to 4 right here, and I find the derivative, right? And so that would mean that I'm finding the slope of this curve at x equals 4. And so the slope, very simple, right? If I count this off, I'm going down 3 and to the right 3. So the slope is actually just negative 1, right? So g double prime of 4 is negative 1. Now, what about g double prime of 2? Well, I look here and I see that there happens to be a corner point on this graph at 2. And so that would mean the derivative of this graph is undefined. And so we would say that g double prime of 2 does not exist. All right, and so that is 28 part B.